Julio Bourbon is the DH. Elvis Andrus is the shortstop. Big night last night for David Murphy. He'll play left field. Had a big season against the Athletics. Marlon Burton, center. Hank Blaylock at first. Ian Kinsler at second. Nelson Cruz in right. Chris Davis at third. And Pudge Rodriguez is the catcher. Defensively for the A's, Patterson, Davis, and Sweeney in the outfield. Kennedy, Pennington, Ellis, Barton on the infield. Kurt Suzuki once again behind the plate for Trevor Cahill.
Well, Trevor Cahill's first Major League win came against the Rangers on May the 7th. His last win, number 9, came in his last start. He'd like to make it number 10 against these Rangers tonight and get to the double figures in wins.
First pitch of the ball game is in for a strike to Julio Bourbon. 7:07 first pitch from the Coliseum. The A's and the Rangers. Bourbon, Andrus, and Murphy. Top 3 hitters in the Rangers lineup. Bourbon, .321 with 4 homers and 16 runs batted in.
As we have said since we were in Texas, here, seeing what this young man can do. He's going to be in the lineup. He's leading off. Either DHing or left field. Tonight he's DH. Snaps the ball to the opposite field. Does have 4 home runs.
And we've been impressed with him so far. We've been impressed with Trevor Cahill all season long. Cahill looking for win number 10 tonight. Cahill has it. He'll underhand to first, and that's the first out.
But Trevor, in his last start, 7 strikeouts, no walks, 94 pitches, 7 innings, 10 ground ball outs. That's a pretty good night.
Well, you could make a pretty strong argument that it was his best overall start of the season.
When you have 10 ground ball outs, 7 strikeouts, that's a pretty good night.
The only hit in that game was a single by Marlon Byrd, and that was early in the game, second inning.
And surprisingly, first and second, they tried to sacrifice. He made a great play to get the runner at third, and that was it for the night.
Cahill threw 94 pitches. He'll start again. It was last Wednesday in Texas. He was awesome.
Out of the stretch, and he was just great. There was a changeup, just high fastballs to change the eyesight. Changeup probably was his best pitch that night. He has been outstanding.
So 1-1 to Elvis Andrus. Andrus, .271 with 6 homers and 34 runs batted in. Bunts it. Suzuki's going to have to hurry. Throws just in time to get Andrus for the second out.
Checked up a little bit. Kurt Suzuki had to wait for the ball to kind of stop spinning. Did not want to go out after too quickly, although Andrus very fast. He's looking at diamond vision. We'll show you what he was looking at. Maybe from the left side he might have beaten it out, but Kurt Suzuki used the glove and his hand, picked up the ball tailing into the runner, but Derek Barton stayed right on it.
First pitch to David Murphy is a strike.
I really like Eric Cooper's strike zone. He likes the low, he likes the high. Swing the bat, guys.
Murphy does, and he shoots one to left center. Patterson near the track. He's got it, and a 3-up, 3-down inning for Trevor Cahill. Bottom of the first coming up. No score. Rangers go 3 up, 3 down in the top of the first inning. Bottom of the first, he's come to bat against Brandon McCarthy. 6'7", 200 pounds. These have seen him plenty this year as he goes after Adam Kennedy.
So it's a high strike.
Yes, it is.
He likes it for McCarthy, too.
That big curve that we see a lot of from Brandon McCarthy. Kennedy 291 with 11 homers and 59 runs batted in. Get a high strike called early in the count, and you see Kennedy swing at it the next time. That's what happened.
Well, it might be okay for McCarthy. The Rangers pitcher, Trevor Cahill, does not want to try to pitch up in the zone because it takes a sink out of his pitches. That is Eric Cooper, the veteran. Mike Riley, even more of a veteran at first base.
Strike 3 called. Kennedy is having a chat with Cooper. He thought that was high.
Well, he's complaining, and I think rightfully so, because the curveball breaks. It starts high, and it's got to break sharply, and Kennedy's not going to throw him out.
Throw him out.
And this is why, because this thing, I mean, it crossed the plate above his letters. And I just don't think Adam Kennedy could stand. He told him to go to the dugout, and that's said the heck with it.
Kennedy hung around just a little bit too long. So Adam Kennedy gone here in the first inning. He's going to probably have a few more choice words for Eric Cooper, maybe not.
Well, we're kind of talking about the high strike. That's a little ridiculous. I mean, the high fastball, it's one thing, but with a curveball, and Pudge caught it, looked like it was above the waist when he caught it, so for it to get there, I mean, it stayed up high a little bit too long.
So Adam Kennedy is gone, but let's check out the rest of the A's lineup, brought to you by McDonald's. Rajay Davis at second, and then Sweeney, Suzuki, Cust, Ellis, Barton, Pennington, and Patterson. Indeed. Kennedy is gone. We don't do that very often. So here's Rajay Davis. Swing and a miss by Rajay. 316 with 3 homers and 44 runs batted in. Last night it was a 10-3 Rangers win. The A's got the 3 runs on just 5 hits. They had a home run. That was by Matt Carson. The Rangers pounded out 15 hits on their end. And you will see that big overhand curve a lot from Brandon McCarthy. Young man, 26 years old.
Start against the A's on the 15th of the month in Arlington. Lost the game. 3+ innings through 80 pitches. So the A's worked him, and he lost by a score of 6-1.
And that's a fastball right there. Strike 3 called. 2 outs here in the first. Rangers defensively behind McCarthy. Murphy in left, Bird in center, Cruz in right. Chris Davis at third, Elvis Andrus at short, Ian Kinsler at second, and Hank Blaylock is at first. Ivan Rodriguez behind the plate.
The numbers for McCarthy, 15 starts. He's made his 4th against the A's. He lost 2 here at the Coliseum. The 1 win came in Arlington. Make that just the opposite. He actually won 1 and lost 1 here, and at the 4th start of his 15. So that says something about just making the 15 starts, but most of them against the Athletics.
He's allowed 11 earned runs in 13 innings against the A's this year. There's a strike. overall. Brandon McCarthy is in his 4th year in the big leagues. Those are the 3 starts this year. A win and a couple of losses. Big bouncer to Blaylock. And a 3-up, 3-down inning for both starting pitchers in the first inning. No score after 1 from the Coliseum. Jack Daniel's Tennessee Whiskey. Please drink responsibly.
Gonna go down and have Adam Kennedy come up and join us on the telecast.
Sure. Why not?
Bobby Crosby hit at third base. Shaved. He had about a 3 or 4 day growth. Looked like he is growing a full beard, but he's shaved. If we get a chance to see Travis Buck, you talk about a change.
Yeah.
He got in a fight with the Clippers.
Did he win?
Clippers won. Especially on his head. Wow. There he is, just as we speak. I'm sure the boys can find what he looked like when he first came up a couple of days ago, and you can see the difference.
1-1 the count to Marlon Byrd. Byrd, Blaylock, and Kinsler here in the 2nd inning. No score. A couple of ground ball outs and a fly ball for Cahill in the 1st inning. Career highs in homers and RBIs for Marlon Byrd this year. And there's that good, hard sinker, and Byrd swings right over top. Moments ago, we had a visitor, and that guy looks familiar.
George Zimmer.
Right.
Nice man, and of course, a big presentation and contribution to the Oakland Zoo. And he's the man.
He is the man. Good guy, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
I know you know him very well.
He's been a longtime sponsor of Hayes warm-up show, Men's Warehouse certificates, and players, coaches all around baseball for 24 years have absolutely loved getting the Men's Warehouse. They actually asked me to go on my show, be interviewed. That's rare.
That is rare. Have you ever had like your broadcast partner on the show?
I was going to, but I've run out of time again.
Just a thought.
I actually thought about it, you know,
Sure.
Benny, you, and Ken, just kind of do a broadcaster's pregame show.
I think that would be great. There's a very nice Men's Warehouse in Walnut Creek. There's a nice one in San Ramon.
Oh, so that's the reason.
No.
That's the
Certainly
reason.
not.
Yeah.
But as you could tell, George, he's a style master.
Oh, he is. That's
very sharp.
You know where it came from. The founder, CEO of the Men's Warehouse. And he does the commercials and at Low Boys.
I'm not sure that outfit came from Men's Warehouse, but it's all right. An early rally cap, maybe.
Well, George is always very interested, and he was asking about what the club's going to be like for next year. And
yeah,
said he sees the young pitchers. He said going to be a contender. So we know the pitching's been very good. It's going to get better. I think we're very confident this is going to be a very good club for several years. He kind of said, hey, we got a new Hudson Mulder-Zito, big three again.
Right field. Sweeney going back, warning track, and he's got it. And 6 up, 6 down for Trevor Cahill. Bottom of the second coming up. Kurt Suzuki is going to lead it off. Very nice night to watch a ball game. A's coming in 71 and 79. And their 7-game win streak last night. They're 38-37 at home. Suzuki, Cust, and Ellis. The big curve stays a bit high. A's are also 9 and 7 against the Texas Rangers this year. After tonight, 2 more games left between these two teams for the season.
Well, we're going to see some hitters swing on high fastballs tonight.
Have to.
After Adam Kennedy was ejected, taking a high curveball.
Two and 1 the count to Suzuki. There's the high fastball again, and Suzuki chases it. So it doesn't take long for the news to spread that the umpire has maybe a little bit of a bigger strike zone.
Well, the problem, it's tough to hit a high fastball and do anything with it. It's tough to get on top of it. So if anything, you're going to get under it, pop it up.
There's that big curve. So the count is full. McCarthy had a couple of strikeouts in the first inning, and that one's hit off the end of the bat. Murphy racing in, and he'll get there, and he makes the catch. So 1 away for Jack Cust. Ray, you made a comment in the first inning.
Running in the 5th position.
Sometimes explain maybe baseball phrases that we use. You said changing a hitter's sight lines, and explain that to our viewers, because it's a very important part of pitching.
Well, usually, I mean, probably 90% of the time you want to keep the ball down. So a hitter starts looking down, down, down. All of a sudden, here comes a pitch up, kind of forcing him to look up in the zone instead of staying down. And you get a change, and that can you can either get it out with that particular pitch or go back down. And he's now seeing the pitch up high. And it just kind of changes it. It's an important thing to try to be able to do that. Although you try to get a pitcher to pitch up in the zone when they attempt to, sometimes it's hard because the concentration is always down in the strike zone. Much better pitch if you can keep everything down.
0-1 to Jack Cust. Right on the inside corner, 0-2. If you're just joining us, Adam Kennedy, leading off the bottom of the first for the A's, was called out on strikes. He argued with home plate umpire Eric Cooper and was thrown out of the game. So Bobby Crosby is now the third baseman.
I think Adam had a legitimate beef, and you saw Eric Cooper kind of wave his hand towards Adam to say get in the dugout when he did not.
That was it.
That was pretty much it.
Curveball is line foul, one hop down by the A's bullpen.
Now, the only time someone could get ejected earlier than the first batter would be coach or manager takes out the lineup card. He gets ejected before the game even begins.
Saw it happen.
Oh, absolutely.
Saw Don Baylor get thrown out in Colorado. And he was arguing a call from the night before. And Don, I think Don knew he was going to get thrown out, and he was okay with that.
But it's pretty obvious if a manager never takes the lineup card out, sends a coach out, and then all of a sudden he takes it out.
Something's up.
Yeah, it's a dead giveaway. What's going to happen?
But it took, I mean, you may not know the manager's been thrown out.
Yeah.
I mean, if you were a fan.
That's a very, very busy lineup card. A lot of players with September call-ups. Already see Adam Kennedy to the left, scratched, and Bobby Crosby's name inserted next to his. And depending on how the game progresses, change of pitchers, position players, it could be a clean lineup card, or it could get messy. Last night it got a little messy.
Fastball stays high, so full count to Cust with Mark Ellis in the on-deck circle. Fastball is high and Cust is aboard. So that'll bring up Mark Ellis.
Second baseman, number 14, Mark Ellis.
The A's have their first base runner, and it's Cust after the walk.
Jack Cust took ball 4, which is a high fastball, and I think for the hitters, realizing that Eric Cooper's calling the high strike, he's trying to find that fine line and hope that if they do take a pitch, that he doesn't call it a strike.
Bunted, and it's going to trickle foul.
You got a chance to get a base hit if you put it far away, enough away from Pudge Rodriguez, and he is not the one fielding it and throwing. Still very quick from behind the plate.
Mark was 0 for 3 last night. 6 hits in his last 37 at bats. Mark trying to get it going late. But still a great second half. At the All-Star break, Mark Ellis was hitting .219, and of course it spent a lot of time on the disabled list. In the second half, a .293 average. Changeup, and he popped it up. Chris Davis has it, and that's the second out here in the second.
Batting seventh.
So Derek Barton will hit.
Number 10, Derek Barton.
Barton did not play last night. A little bit of a sore heel for Derek Barton. Bobby Crosby played first base last night.
Mike Crosby is a leadoff hitter.
And the third baseman. Barton 248 with 3 home runs for the season. Short lead by Cust, and that pitch is outside. So 3-0. Strike called down around the knees.
Down around the ankles.
You bet.
This might be a Vladimir Guerrero strike zone tonight. Nose to toes. Wow. Ooh, that's a little bit below the knees.
And that one's lined to right field. Coming in is Cruz, and it goes by him. Jack Cust rounding third, being waved home. Kinsler's relay throw is wide, goes past everybody. It's rolling around, and here comes Barton, and he's going to score. If you're going to dive for it like Cruz did with 2 outs and a runner at first, you better make sure you catch it. And he did not, and it cost him 2 runs.
On a sinking line drive, another low fastball, a little topspin on it, and Cruz made the mistake of diving because it was going to be a tough play. Did not block the ball, and Jack Cust held up. I mean, 2 outs, he could have been running regardless. And Derek Barton hustling for 3. He got there, slide, and Mike Gavin said, "You're not finished, let's go." And he ran and hustled and got around a bad throw from McCarthy to punt. Inside the park home run.
Triple RBI E4. There's your call. A lot going on that play, but the A's will take it. So a crazy play, and the A's lead 2-0.
And if Derek Barton had a bad foot last night, it must not be bad tonight. The base hit leading off an inning, a base hit or a line drive with 2 outs in an inning. It's kind of like you're not supposed to be thrown out at third. First out, last out. Well, it's kind of the same thing, diving for a ball. You've got to make sure. Break for the A's, they get 2 runs out of what should have been just a base hit, runners at first and second.
Up and in as Pennington thought about bunting.
Well, not only he kind of went at it with a backhand, which took his body out of the position to block the ball, and Kinsler with the strong throw, but very inaccurate, way off line.
Three and 1 now to Pennington. Pennington hitting 8th tonight. So again, it's a triple, RBI, and an E4. Popped up left field, left center field, and it's going to be Marlon Byrd who makes the catch. Side retired. A's get a couple of crazy runs, so we're headed to the third. 2-0 Athletics. 2-0 A's over the Rangers, top of the third inning. First pitch to Nelson Cruz is in for a strike from Trevor Cahill. So Nelson Cruz trying to make up for his mistake in the outfield. It's a high chopper. Crosby has it. Throw is a bit wide, but Barton stays on the bag, and that's the first down.
Bobby Crosby at third, throw a little bit offline to the outfield side, but Derek Barton, as we saw him earlier, do the splits to catch a ball. Probably plenty of time, and then just overthrew it a little bit. But Mike Riley, the veteran umpire, got around to where he can make the play, make the call, and see that Derek had his foot on the bag. By the way, Derek Barton, there's a throw. Watch the play with Barton. Foot's on the bag there, then it comes off, and that's what Gary Pettis saw and tried to get Mike Ryder to call, but Derek Barton caught the ball. His foot definitely was on the bag. Trevor Cahill, last 9 innings against the Rangers, 1-hit shutout.
Yep. 7 in that last start. Chris Davis goes right up the middle for a base hit. That's the first hit for the Texas Rangers tonight off Cahill, and it comes with 1 out here in the third.
Batting ninth, catcher, number 7, Ivan Rodriguez.
Not much you can do about this one. Back up the middle, too hard for him to handle, even with a good glove. He finished square to the plate. Follow through was perfect.
How about that swing by Chris Davis compared to the Chris Davis swing we saw earlier this year? I'm telling you, folks, 3 months ago, he swings and misses at that pitch. But there, he shortened it up a little bit, went right back up the middle. Here's Pudge Rodriguez hitting 9th tonight.
I can't ever remember Pudge Rodriguez hitting 9th.
I don't think so. When would he have? He's not going to do it in the National League, obviously, when he was with the Astros.
The MVP in '99 in the American League. Definitely was not hitting 9th in.
No. Fastball jams Rodriguez. He fouls it back, so he's down in the count 0-2. Shoots that one to right field. That's a base hit. Davis had to get out of the way of the baseball. So first and second, 1 out. Nobody has caught more games in Major League history than Ivan Rodriguez. Passed Carlton Fisk earlier this year.
Just Brad Ausmus, Jason Kendall, the only 2 active. Gary Carter's in the Hall of Fame. Al Lopez. Pudge will be there 5 years after he decides to retire.
Yes, he will. He may play another year or 2, though. Who knows? Sounds like the Rangers wouldn't mind having him back next year. Two and 0 to Bourbon. So Davis at second, Rodriguez at first. Bourbon bounced back to the pitcher in the first inning, and he takes a strike, 2-1. Rangers come in with an 82-67 record. They're not eliminated yet. They're 7.5 games behind the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim.
Positive thing for the Rangers. First time in 5 years and under Shoalwater.
Yeah.
Last time they had a winning season, so 82 wins gives them a winning season.
7 back in that wild card. First winning season since 2004. Big bouncer. Barton goes to Pennington. The out is recorded there.
Excellent play by Cliff Pennington. He had no chance, and he knew it, of getting Bourbon, so he actually caught the ball and then faked with a bare hand and then looked to third base to see if Davis had rounded the bag too far. Watch this. This is great. Actually had the ball in his hand. It looked like he sleight of hand fooled me just watching it straight on, but still a very good idea to fake knowing he had no chance to get the hitter.
Every once in a while, you'll get somebody.
Yeah.
Rounding third a little too far. Here's Elvis Andrus. First pitch is high.
I still think back to some of the young players that come up, middle infielders were, Miguel Tejada. I mean, it's an outstanding career, but early in his career, he would try to make the impossible play in a case like that and end up hurrying his throw, making a bad throw, and allowing the runner score. But Cliff Pennington working with Mark Ellis, and who better to work with? Second base partner, of course, Mike Gallego, the A's third base coach, infield coach, and just kind of going through the process of knowing when to throw, not to throw.
Just a couple of errors at shortstop for Cliff Pennington. Andrus takes low, and now 3-0. On deck is David Murphy. Murphy's been swinging the bat pretty well as of late. Pitch is in there for a strike. Bourbon, the runner at first, very fast. Three-one pitch. One hopper to Pennington, goes to second, and that will do it. So the Rangers strand a pair in the top of the third. Bottom of the third coming up, 2-0 A's. Eric Patterson to lead things off. Patterson takes a strike from McCarthy. It'll be Patterson, Crosby, and Davis. Swing and a miss. Changeup, and a pretty good one from McCarthy. Patterson shoots one to left field, but Murphy's there. He's got it for the first out.
Catch all the action of the 2009 Major League Baseball postseason on Fox and TBS. The excitement begins on October the 7th with the Division Series on TBS.
Coming up soon. Top of the order, and Bobby Crosby. This will be Bobby's first at bat in the game. Takes a curveball for a strike. In for Adam Kennedy, who was ejected by home plate umpire Eric Cooper in the first. .224 with 6 homers for Crosby. Was at first base last night and went 0 for 3. Big curve to the left side where Chris Davis has it. Throws in time. 2 outs. Ricky Henderson enjoying the ball game tonight. Probably signing a few autographs. Why not?
He down at diamond level?
Looks like it.
Signing and eating.
Yep.
That's the all-you-can-eat section. Ricky knows where to sit.
Yep, that's a good spot. Rajai Davis struck out looking in his first at bat. And he's down in the count 0-2. Swing and a miss. 3 pitches. Rajai Davis strikes out. 3 strikeouts for McCarthy. We're headed to the 4th. It's the A's 2 and the Rangers nothing.
Okay, fans.
The Sharks hockey has a new home. It's Comcast Sportsnet. California's 75 games, the most ever on our network. 50 will be in high definition. You're going to get a pregame show, you're going to get a postgame show. The first game is October 3rd, the Sharks and the Ducks. New season, new network. Comcast Sportsnet California is the exclusive home of your San Jose Sharks. David Murphy swinging at the first pitch, dribbles one foul down the left field, down the third baseline.
Very good play by Trevor Cahill, the pitcher. He went off the mound, headed after it very quickly, Somebody tells him, let it go. Let it go.
Sounded like Kurt Suzuki to me.
That's what a catcher does. So you could see the spin, knew he was going to hit the lip of the grass and then spin foul. Plus, bottom line, he had no chance to throw out the runner anyway, so might as well just hope that it goes foul.
Murphy hit a fly ball to left field in the first inning. It's our good friend George Zimmer. He's working the room a little bit, it looks like. Huh?
Yeah, they got a foul ball or somebody gave him the ball.
David Murphy goes down and reaches out, lines one into center field for a base hit.
Number 22, Marlon Byrd.
So that'll bring up Marlon Byrd. Rangers stranded a couple in the third inning, made a couple of base hits, but could not get a run across.
You're going to like the way you look.
I guarantee it.
Stay thirsty.
He's look at there. He's getting pictures taken down there.
As much as he is on TV, as many stores, Men's Warehouse stores there are around the country. Absolutely. Did you say he's running for president?
Look at him. He's having a ball, you know that?
Every double play turned by the A's, a contribution by the Men's Warehouse to the Oakland Zoo. And so George tonight presented the checks over the course of time that he has sponsored that, the double plays. Over $138,000 he's donated, contributed towards the Oakland Zoo.
How many times do you think he's going to be asked tonight to say, I guarantee it? He made his mark with one phrase. One phrase and good close. How about that?
Men's Warehouse definitely has good close.
Marlon Byrd struck out in the second inning. Heading the count 3-0. Just striking 3-1. And it's a walk. So the Rangers got some action here in the fourth. A walk, a single, and a walk.
Well, last inning, with one out, put a couple runners on base, got out of the inning.
The Rangers certainly have other guys in the lineup.
August here at the Coliseum, and that was a long one.
Went down and got it.
I was surprised Blaylock wasn't in 3 games in Texas.
Blaylock has been in the lineup now for the 4th straight game, but before that, he had not played since September 6th. He basically had a week and a half off. Fastball a little bit up in the zone and fouled it back. 1-1 the count.
Well, great news for Trevor Cahill. The last 7 starts, he's only given up a Mike Jacobs home run. Kansas City with talent. 4 straight, then the home run, and then 3. His last 3 he's won. Starts 28, 29, 30. Actually, against the Angels on the 27th, and actually no decision against Chicago.
Well, the home runs were an issue early. He has done a pretty good job of straightening that out. One and 2 to Blaylock. Ian Kinsler in the on deck circle, so good power actually down toward the middle to the bottom of the Rangers lineup, with Blaylock, Kinsler, and Cruz hitting 5, 6, and 7. Suzuki had to work hard just to catch that one.
Pitcher's supposed to be outside, that's why I had to reach back quickly to his right. Still young legs and able to do that. Get the ball from hitting Aaron Cooper in the right kneecap.
So 3-2. Runners do not go, and Blaylock just gets a piece of it, rolls it foul. So Cahill is working hard this inning. This will be pitch number 55. That one's hit hard. Ellis has it. Spins to Pennington. Throw to first. Double play.
Now, if you're a ground ball pitcher, good things happen. And I think Blaylock went after a pitch away from him, but hit it to the wrong guy. Mark Ellis, sure hands, and took Pennington's strong arm once he got the ball. Pitch away. Blaylock tried to pull it, and a tailor-made double play.
So here's Kinsler.
That's 8 ground ball outs. Exactly, already.
Big swing and a miss.
Change up first pitch. You have a first pitch fastball hitter, and no doubt we know that Ian Kinsler, most of the time in the leadoff spot, we have not seen him hit leadoff the last 5 games, 3 in Arlington last night nor tonight. Looks like Bourbon is going to be the leadoff guy.
Little dribbler. Suzuki throws. Wow. Got him.
That's a gold glove play there, folks.
Terrific play by Kurt Suzuki, and the Rangers do not score.
Ladies and gentlemen, start.
Hayes with a 2-0 lead, bottom of the 4th inning. Sweeney, Suzuki, and Cust against Brandon McCarthy. Great play by Kurt Suzuki to end the top of this inning. Sweeney grounded out to first in the first. And he gets a little flare to left, and that'll drop for a hit. second hit for the Athletics in the game. And that brings us to our Carl's Jr. In Your Face. And here is the play by Kurt Suzuki.
Well, great play, the 360 turn, and Ian Kinsler trying to beat it out for not only a base hit, but an RBI. And Kurt Suzuki with a nice stretch by Derek Barton gets him. And this is the correct play, the spin. If he goes around in circles after the ball, there's no way he has enough time to throw out Kinsler. So basically what you're doing is going after with your back to the first baseman, putting your hand on the ball spinning and hoping to pick up the first base target, and he did it perfectly. Go Glover. That's a Go Glove play.
Most starts in the American League for catchers. That belongs to Kurt Suzuki. Offensively, he leads the American League catchers in doubles, RBIs, second in run scoring. It's just been a great year for Kurt Suzuki.
It's interesting, he's tied with Adam Kennedy for the most hits for the Athletics. Kennedy didn't join the club till May. It says a lot about the year Adam Kennedy has had, or the 5 months he's had.
1-2 now to Suzuki, who hit a fly ball to left field in the second.
Reg Rodriguez would appreciate the great play by Kurt Suzuki. Reg, 13 Gold Gloves, most ever by a catcher. Still throws very well, still moves very well from behind the plate.
Three more than Johnny Bench, most all time. That big curve, and it stays inside to Suzuki. 2-2 the count. Sweeney with his lead at first, a pretty good lead. There's a base hit to left field. Hard hit ball by Suzuki. 2 on, nobody out for the A's, and that'll bring up Jack Cust.
Well, they worked the count, got 2-2 fastball right down the middle, and McCarthy made a mistake. Kurt Suzuki made it pay. So he is now the Oakland A's leader in hits since Adam Kennedy was ejected after his first at bat. Great year for Kurt Suzuki, and to catch as much as he has caught this year, and to make the play in the top of the inning, showing he's still out from behind the catcher's box very quickly, strong legs, and he's still working at it.
And at no point have we really said, Ray, Kurt looks a little tired. Because sometimes a player, you can tell he looks a little tired, maybe needs a day or two off.
If you want to see somebody get angry, just tell him, hey, you look like you need a day off. Or Bob Guerin will come in and say, you play today? And he don't even ask me. Just put my name on it. I mean, he wants to be in there every day. So does he. Landon Powell, who has done an exceptional job when he has played.
Cust had a big swing and he just got a piece of it.
How about a grand slam for Jack Cust? This is off McCarthy in May. And they also hit a home run that game, but to show him would have to be in the Cardinals uniform.
Yep.
He's having a good year for the Cardinals, or a good last 2 months.
0-2 to Cust. Strike 3 called. So that's the first out here in the fourth.
See the low strike, and this is after Eric Cooper has stayed with the high strike. Had the plate. See the movement, two-seam, bringing the ball back.
Ellis, center field, Bird on the run, and he will get there, make the catch, fires it back in quickly. They're tagging up, and going to third is Ryan Sweeney. Suzuki had to hustle back.
Heads up base running by Ryan Sweeney. He was halfway, if not farther, from second to third base, and realized Bird was going to get the ball. He was starting to take off thinking he was going to be able to score, and then once it was caught, actually got back to second and tagged. The momentum of Bird to the warning track and then threw the ball back in, but he just barely made the play. Snow cone time. Sweeney, though, back quickly to tag, and so came in weakly to second base. No chance for Kinsler to make the relay. Must feel great on those knees. Both of them are barking.
Derek Barton, a chance to knock in a run. 2 outs, first and third. That one catches the outside corner, 1-1. Barton's at bat in the second inning, the biggest at bat in this game so far. He hit a line drive to right that Nelson Cruz dove for, could not come up with it. Went all the way to the wall. And then an error on the relay throw. And Barton ended up scoring. So 2 runs scored on 1 play.
Well, it's a critical error because it was with 2 outs, and the overthrow allowed Barton to score where he would not have, as Pennington did fly out to center field.
Line drive, right center field, a base hit. Sweeney trots home. A big 2-out hit for Barton, and the A's lead 3-0.
Gotta like it. 2-out run scoring hits. Barton has 2 of them. Stayed on the curveball. We have seen him stay with the changeups, taking some 3-2 changeups or hitting them. This time hits the curveball with a couple of strikes and drives in the run. So it was in September 2007 that Barton came up and had a tremendous month. A lot of hope for the next season, which was last year, did not occur. So maybe this will be something, a month that is going to get a chance to play every day that will carry forward into the 2010 season.
Shortstop, number 26, Flip Pennington.
So 3-0 A's, and Pennington steps in. There's a strike to Pennington, who hit a fly ball to left field to end the second inning. 3 singles for the A's here in the fourth to pick up the run. McCarthy, a long look now, he's ready. Suzuki at second, Barton at first. The pitch is bounced. Blaylock charges to get a good hop. Steps on the bag, side retired. Derek Barton with a 2-out RBI single. He's got a couple of RBIs in the game. It's 3-0 A's.
fifth inning, 17, Nelson Cruz.
Here's our Subway Eat Fresh Ask Glenn and Ray question. Brian from Napa asks, Ray,
Yeah.
how did you feel when you played your first major league game?
Felt like $500. Probably could dream come true. You know, you said very early in my life that I wanted to be a professional player, and to get to Cleveland in 1967 after finishing the season in Portland, AAA, going to Cleveland and catching the first game and winning with about, it seemed like 250 people in the stands at Municipal Stadium as the club was so far out of it.
And it just didn't matter.
It just did not matter. It felt like just 250,000. Just a great thrill, there's no doubt. But I did learn something about television. It's Matt Carson, who took a long time to get to the big leagues, and first major league hit on Saturday, first major league home run last night. I ended up catching what was then the Saturday game of the week, which is one game in Cleveland for some reason. I don't know if they're playing the Yankees, must have been, because no reason for the Yankees to be on, or the Indians to be on TV. But went out to warm up the pitcher between innings, threw the ball to second. Let's go. What are we waiting on? Umpire said, see that camera over in the dugout?
Yeah.
See that red light?
Yeah.
We don't go until they tell us we can play. And I learned very young how much television played a part in baseball.
And obviously a lot more now than it did in 1967.
But even then, they said,
Sure.
we had to get commercial breaks in. But to answer your question, it's the greatest thrill for anybody to make it to the big leagues, and the main thing is to stay there. You can stay where it matters.
You ever wonder what you did in your first game? Or maybe who played in the first game that you played in? Or what the lineup looks like? Well, there it is.
Now batting.
Jeez, look at that guy. I do remember Sonny Siebert, complete game, 6 hits, 2 earned runs. How about that? 0 for 3. And that's when pitchers hit, so I was hitting games. Max Alvis, Jose Vidal, Vic Davalillo.
And how ironic that you played against, that time, the Kansas City A's in your first major league game. So you hit off John Bumodono. Campy Campanera stole a base off you in the very first inning. All these guys you ended up winning World Series with. How about that?
Taking advantage of a young kid. But I do remember, too, Sonny Siebert gave me the ball.
Did he really?
Yeah. It was a complete
great.
game, but he gave me the ball, and it was a lot of fun. Very good pitching staff. Sonny Siebert, Sam McDowell, Louis Tiant, Steve Hargan.
Should have won more.
Well, good pitching, no hitting,
No
good hitting,
hitting.
no pitching. So it's just never put it together.
Were you nervous?
Well, as far as the crowd, it wasn't
Yeah.
nerve-wracking, but yeah, just getting a chance to play. And
Chris Davis is retired by Eric Patterson for the first out.
No, it means it wasn't September call-up and you don't get a chance to play because the club's in contention. You know, that wasn't going to be the case.
Now batting, number 7, Ivan Rodriguez.
But still a big league game.
That's right.
Ivan Rodriguez steps in. He had a base hit in the third inning. Nelson Cruz led off the inning with a walk. He's at first. Rodriguez hit in the third inning into right field.
Another good change-up first pitch. Good fastball hitter is Pudge Rodriguez. Looking first pitch fastball, same delivery, arm speed. But let's get the fastball and hits it. Actually, that might have been a change-up also. Up in the zone.
Rodriguez 2 for 2. So the Rangers keep threatening. But Cahill is able to get big outs when he needs it. He needs another one here. Here's Bourbon. 0 for 2. He reached on a fielder's choice in the third. Bourbon was 3 for 5 last night. Had a couple of RBIs, a couple of runs scored. He also walked. Hitless tonight. Lays off the sliders, so the count 1-1.
A few sliders thrown by Trevor Cahill tonight, mostly fastballs, two-seam variety, and change-ups.
.71 pitches for Cahill. Right at Ellis, flips to Pennington, double play. So the A's turn the double play on the speedy Julio Bourbon.
The fourth against the Angels. First pitch 105. 10,000 fans will receive a limited edition A's baseball hats brought to you by Verizon Wireless. Get tickets online at oaklandathletics.com or call 877-493-BALL.
Eric Patterson will lead it off, followed by Crosby and Davis. The A's with a 3-0 lead. Bottom of the fifth. Patterson hit a fly ball to left field his first at bat. This one hit to shallow center where Marlon Byrd comes in to make the play. So one out here in the fifth. Keep you updated on that AL Central, which is a tight race. The Tigers beat the Indians 3-1. Edwin Jackson got the win, pitched very well. And the Twins also win. Minnesota 8, the White Sox 6 in Chicago. Michael Kadire hit another home run. He's got 29 home runs. So, Twins stay 2.5 back of Detroit. The Tigers, with their win, they knock one game off their magic number. So the Tigers' magic number is 10.
It's not going to mean anything until they go head-to-head again.
Nope. Davis drops it, picks it up, and throws. Shows off a good arm and gets Crosby.
Well, Davis sent him at first base here, clanked it, heel of the glove. But then picked it up bare hand and still made the play, getting Crosby. And fortunately for him, the ball stayed in front of him to pick it up and use a strong arm.
So 2 outs for Rajai Davis. Davis down the left field line. Nobody's going to get it. One hops the wall. Rajai Davis will have a double. 22nd double of the year for Rajai Davis. So after striking out his first 2 at-bats, Davis has a double.
Made out first 2 at-bats last night, then a sac fly and a base hit, scored a run. This one, the hanging breaking ball from the right-hander. And Rajai Davis with Ricky in the house, showing off the speed. Just coasting. Don't turn it up, just think, well, maybe 3. No, I'm going to stop at 2. Breathe hard just once.
Curve strike to Ryan Sweeney. Over in the National League, the Phillies split a doubleheader with Florida. The second place Atlanta Braves won. So the Phillies magic number is now 5 to win the East. Cardinals won and the second place Cubs won. So the Cardinals magic number is now 2 to win the Central. Ian Kinsler has it. Sweeney's retired, and so are the A's in the bottom of the 5th. 6th inning from the Coliseum is coming up. A's 3, Rangers 5.
Hey fans, ski season is right around the corner. Here's a suggestion for you.
Tomorrow's a big day. It's Wednesday. And before the A's host the Texas Rangers, A's fans can meet A's star relief pitcher Brad Ziegler at the University of Phoenix Oakland campus located at 1200 Clay Street in downtown Oakland. Brad will be signing autographs for 1 hour from noon to 1 p.m. Don't miss the exciting opportunity with the A's and your chance to see the new downtown Oakland campus.
Trevor Cahill, 5 shutout innings so far. He's given up 4 hits. 2 walks, 1 strikeout. So Cahill very good again tonight. His pitch count at 74. Breslow starts to get loose. Outside corner, 1-2 to Elvis Andrus.
94 pitches for Cahill in his last start, 75 now, and there's no doubt they're really monitoring the pitch count for Trevor and Brett Anderson, those 2 in particular.
Headington leaps and it just tips off the top of his glove.
We talk about the timing for infielders, and being able to time the jump, how hard the ball is hit is off the end of the bat, and
David Murphy.
he just did not time it perfectly. He's got pretty good leaping ability, but went up and just off the tip. We do jumping jacks in the wintertime. After new baby boys born in November.
Anders takes off, and he's going to make it. Suzuki is ready to come out throwing, but he juggled it a little bit when he got it in his throwing hand. Stolen base for Anders.
On a transfer. With his strong arm, might have had a chance. He's about halfway, but at that point, keep it in your hand.
29 steals for Andrus. Murphy, right center, hit well. Sweeney back, and it is off the wall. Andrus will score easily, and David Murphy with an RBI double. He's got a pretty good stroke going right now.
Now batting, number 22.
But he got the ball up, and when Trevor Cahill knows he gets the ball up, it's going to do that. Fortunately, stays in the park, so he's got a chance to get out of the inning. Hit well by Murphy and up on the jagged edge. Very close to being a 2-run home run.
So the Rangers are on the board. Murphy picks up his 49th run batted in. Nobody out, and Marlon Byrd hits one lined center field. Davis is able to get over there, and Murphy's going to try for third, and he is out.
Well, Rajay knew what was going to be happening. Ron Washington's going to argue with Chuck Merriweather. He was at second, but the rotation put him at third. But Rajay, you could see him run over, catch the ball, and set up perfectly, knowing that Murphy was going to be trying to tag to get to third base with one out. Set it up, and the throw, great tag by Bobby Crosby. The throw, the tag, got him. Oh, what a great play by Bobby, putting his head in front as Murphy went back to tag. Wash is arguing, but I think Chuck Merriweather made the call as Bobby was not afraid to put his body in front of it. Right there, got him on the leg and then the back leg. So probably what Wash saw was that he maybe missed the front leg. Looked like he got him.
So Cahill will come out of the game, 79 pitches. And Breslow's coming in. So Trevor Cahill, 5 2/3 tonight, and he will get a standing ovation, well deserved. Young man pitches great again. So we got a pitching change at the Coliseum. We'll be back. 3-1 A's over the Rangers. Trevor Cahill out, 5 2/3. Craig Breslow takes over, and there was a Swinging strike by Blaylock right before we came back. So the count is 0-2 to Blaylock, who is 0 for 2 in the game. Kurt Suzuki blocked that one, and he paid for it a little bit.
I realized it looked like he got him in the chest protector, which looks very nice. Color coordinated, but I don't think it does much help. Let's see. Got him right in the midsection, right above his catcher's mitt. Tried to block the ball in the event Blaylock swung at it, as it would have been strike 3.
So 1-2 the count. 73rd appearance for Craig Breslow. How's he doing amongst the leaders? Keep an eye on that, right? Coming into tonight, Matt Guerrier 73, Breslow 72, Wirtz 70, Russ Springer 70.
Guerrier get in the game? BI? BI is going to give us a check to see if Guerrier got in the game. And numbers for Trevor Cahill: 1 run, a couple of walks, 1 strikeout. It's 1 run in 12 innings. 12 2/3 innings the last 2 starts against the Rangers.
Hit high, right center. Sweeney and Davis come together. Ryan Sweeney, the taller one, has it. Side retired. A run for Texas. Bottom of the 6th coming up. 3-1 Athletics. Three to 1. The A's leading the Rangers. Bottom of the 6th inning. 1 run, 6 hits for Texas. 3 runs, 5 hits for the A's. Kurt Suzuki leading it off. Suzuki, Cust, and Ellis. .77 pitches for Brandon McCarthy. Walked 1. He has 4 strikeouts. He's pitched pretty well, but his defense has let him down. It happened in the 2nd inning. He's allowed 3 runs, 2 earned. High strike on 3-0.
You see even Kurt Suzuki is behind the plate catching some of the high strikes and low strikes, and thought that might have been too high.
.31 curveball, and Suzuki lays off for the leadoff walk. Neftali Feliz starts to throw. Mike Maddox will have a visit with Brandon McCarthy.
Yeah, Boosters got some kids working in the clubhouse. Kevin, one of them, and he's working on doing some push-ups. And he's also said he's a pitcher. He said, I believe I could come in and pitch. He said, see, I throw so slowly. Have Henry Rodriguez come in and throw 100. And they said, I'd throw about 50. I could get guys out for it.
Yeah.
False. Kind of like Feliz, you know. Neftali, come in after him, or really Colin McCarthy. Feliz can throw, and
probably got to throw a little harder than 50.
Yeah. I mean, at least got to, yeah. Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
That's a little bit too much under the normal average speed.
Cuss with a walk and a strikeout, and he has scored a run. He takes low.
There's something to be said about having a flamethrower come in either before or after a guy who's maybe in the upper 80s, low 90s, and all of a sudden he's coming in triple digits.
Cuss one around, and the count is 1-1. The Yankees are leading the Angels 5-0 in the 5th inning.
A little bit too far. Yankees trying to claim the first playoff berth.
Yeah.
Win down there or lost by the Rangers. So looks like tonight, one way or another, they're going to be the first to get in the postseason guarantee.
Chad Godin and Irvin Santana, the pitching matchup down there to start anyway. So the Yankees are very, very close. Red Sox lost their game tonight. They lost to the Kansas City Royals, and Zach Greinke, what a surprise. And he was really good.
He's also hit just recently in the right elbow, right arm, to where he had some numbness, but obviously came back quite strong.
Greinke won his 15th game tonight. He went 6 innings, had 5 strikeouts. Suzuki takes off, swing and a miss, throw to second base, not in time. Cuss strikes out, Suzuki with a stolen base.
And I will tell you why when we show this. Pudge Rodriguez made a perfect throw, and if his shortstop had been straddling the bag, probably would have been out. That's the difference of an infielder taking the ball in front of the bag. Kurt Suzuki went around it. See where he catches it, how much he had to reach. If he's straddling the bag, he catches it and applies the tag. We saw it in Texas. We've seen it with Andrus. That's the difference. He has to make a swipe tag.
So we're going to get a pitching change. Neftali Feliz is coming in. McCarthy done after 5 1/3. We got a pitching change. Neftali Feliz comes in. He made his major league debut right here in Oakland last month.
Struck out the first 3 batters he faced. And Scott Harrison, 100-mile-an-hour fastball, struck him out. First 4 he faced, he struck out. But then he also pitched 2 days later, and Adam Kennedy, right now probably in the dugout's got a bat and said, let me get back in there. As Kennedy took him deep for a home run to beat him. It was a 2-run shot. Gave up a couple of runs in Texas, struck out 3. That was on the 15th when the A's visited Arlington.
First pitch is high to Mark Ellis. Ellis is 0 for 2. Marlon Byrd made a nice running catch to take a hit away from Ellis. That was in the 4th inning. 17th appearance for Neftali Feliz.
They talk about his youthful delivery and just how smooth he is.
He struggled as of late, though. He's issued 5 runs, 5 walks in his last 5 2/3 innings. But you don't have to look real hard to realize that pretty good chance he's going to be a special pitcher for a long time. Sounds like the Rangers may put him in the starting rotation next year.
Yeah, that's what they were talking about when we were in Arlington. And he build up his arm strength during the offseason, winter ball.
He made 13 starts in the minor leagues this year. AAA Oklahoma City. And the 3-2 breaking pitch is outside.
When you throw a 100-mile-an-hour fastball, that's hard to believe it wouldn't just challenge a guy. But
I agree.
First baseman, number 10.
I have to say, he went with his catcher, like Pudge Rodriguez called. Wash might have been thinking the same thing as we were. Kid throws 100 and you try to fool him with a slider.
2 on 1 out. Barton had a big RBI hit in the 4th inning, and it came with 2 outs. He's got another shot here. Fastball inside. The average up to 261 now for Barton with his 2 hits tonight. RBI triple, RBI single. And now 2-0.
Just joining us, here's what happened in the 2nd inning. Barton, Nelson Cruz tried to make a diving catch, got by him. Jack Cuss scored from first, and Ian Kinsler with the relay coming in. Bad throw. McCarthy backing up, got past him. He made the quick throw. So Derek Barton circling the bases, triple, RBI, scoring on the E4.
.2-0 fastball in there to Barton. Suzuki at second, he walked and stole second. Ellis at first. Two and two now to Barton. Angels have picked up a single run in the 5th, but the Yankees still lead. It's now 5-1. The Rockies are winning. Giants are losing, so the Rockies are Certainly looks like they're marching toward the postseason. 3-2 now. Another off-speed pitch from Feliz. Shows a little bit of frustration.
Rockies take this down to the end of the season. Jim Tracy got a pretty good chance of being manager of the year.
It's a good call, yeah.
10 games under 500. We took over the Rockies, and they have played unbelievable baseball. It's like the 2007 season when they ran it all the way to the World Series.
Barton fouls it back. I mean, that thing with the Jim Tracy thing, it's really pretty amazing. I mean, the Rockies added some players at the trade deadline. But I think he took over, what, middle of May, maybe? Something like that?
Well, they were 10 and 28,
maybe,
so 38 games, so middle of May. Yeah.
So he really had the exact same players that Clint Hurdle had for quite a while. And they started playing better immediately. So you say, well, what the heck's the difference? We only know what we've read, but it sounded like he handled the pitching staff significantly different than Clint Hurdle did.
Yeah, I think they even got to the point that they lost a few games because at one point they won 11 straight, but yet did not get to the 500 mark.
Yeah, that's
It was the first time it ever happened to win that kind of a streak and not get playing 500 baseball.
Bird goes back, sets up, makes the catch, and fires it back in. So Barton flies out for the second out.
Now batting shortstop.
Dodgers won their game. Dodgers are on the East Coast. They pounded Washington 14-2. So the Dodgers' magic number is at 7. So they are going to head to the postseason. So with 2 outs and Cliff Pennington the hitter. Another quick meeting.
Pennington's first major league triple came against that came in Arlington, Texas, in the 1 inning he pitched down the right field line.
Tonight, Pennington a fly ball to left field and a ground out to first. Swing and a miss on the fastball. Pennington was 1 for 2 last night. He was hit by a pitch, scored a run.
How about Vicente Padilla pitching and Cliff Pennington? Home run. That was the 5th. Triple go after he became a Dodger. Padilla. That was after he. Oh, Suzuki. And Zook took him deep the next time, and Rangers just decided to part ways with the right-hander, but he's done well for the Dodgers.
I think there was probably a few Rangers position players that were okay with Vicente Padilla going elsewhere. Two and 2 to Pennington. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So the A's strand a pair in the 6th. We'll head to the top of the 7th. A's 3, Rangers 1. Baseball on Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Cache Creek. Cache Creek is giving away $999 in cash every hour of every day in September. Visit cachecreek.com for details. Craig Breslow got a couple outs in the 6th inning in relief of Trevor Cahill. We'll face Ian Kinsler leading off the 7th inning. 3-1, the A's over the Rangers. He's trying to even up this series at a game apiece. Kinsler is 0 for 2, and he has been struggling. You see the average down to 250. Kinsler is 3 for his last 27. Gets jammed. Mark Ellis has it, and that's the first down. It's not the same Ian Kinsler we saw earlier this year.
Well, he was a hamstring, or I think it was hamstring, groin injury. We saw him did not play here last time the Rangers were in town in August, but seems to have an injury a year, unfortunately. But the Rangers might not have a 90 RBI player this year. Yeah. Kinsler has 80. And that would be strange.
He had a great start. 7 home runs in April.
Seems to always start that way.
Yeah. Plus now he's sitting on 29 homers and 29 stolen bases.
You have to figure the way he swings, as hard as he swings, that he'd get into at least one more mistake before the end of the season.
You would think. Mark Ellis reaches down and it scoots under his glove. Cruz is aboard. That one hit right off the end of the bat.
Yeah, too much spin. Spinning away from Ellie and reached down. Normally he might dive for the ball, but the ball was still in the air. But off the end of the bat and just had that slicing spin. Went down and just kept it going and eluded his men. Off the tip. See if he was using an outfielder's glove, he'd have caught it.
Yep.
About another 4 or 5 inches longer.
Chris Davis gets jammed, hits a little pop-up. Crosby dives in. He cannot quite come up with it. Super effort by Bobby Crosby, and he'll get a hand for it. Well deserved.
Well, he got a great jump, but again, the ball slicing away from him. Upset some of those rodents in the tarp. When he banged into it, it said, wait a minute. It's a wake-up call. Bang. What did Clay Wood say was inside there? He doesn't know himself.
Well, yeah, he was not quite sure. He knew where we were headed with our line of questioning. Tarp does not get used very often here in Oakland, which is good. So it sits right there. It's probably nice and warm underneath there. Could make it your summer home.
Just burrow out a little in there and you just crawl in.
Ooh.
Or go under.
Right there.
Right, yeah.
Don't stick your arm underneath there. You never know what may happen. Very close, but off the plate to Chris Davis. 1-2.
Yeah, looking at Bobby Crosby's uniform, dirty. This ball. Tommy Cam, what does it look like? Just off the plate. Now, Eric Cooper has a nice setup. There's a home plate umpire squarely behind the catcher.
Got him swinging. It is a good fastball. Davis looked like he was looking for something else the way he swung.
Right over the top of the fastball. The target by Suzuki hit it perfectly. Great pitch by the lefty. Tardy swing by the hitter Davis. But that's thinking about Cliffy. I think Cliffy's down in the clubhouse just hoping guys dive for the ball to get the uniform dirty so he can say, I'll take care of it. You ready to go tomorrow? Clean uniform?
He's probably saying, you know, that's the best way for the guys up in the broadcast booth to talk about this. But Cliffy has many more good qualities than just what a great job he does with the uniforms.
You ever ask him how many burgers or chicken sandwiches he prepares before the game?
I thought you were going to say how many he eats.
No.
Oh,
Cliffy's
okay.
busy.
Cliffy's great.
Yeah. He's Chef Cliffy.
Breslow gives up a 1-out hit, but nothing else. 7th inning stretch coming up. A's with a 3-1 lead.
Hi fans, I'm here with Ken from Dublin, who is celebrating his birthday today. How old, Ken?
Rewind. This is how the A's scored their first 2 runs. A crazy play. Derek Barton, the hitter, a runner at first, 2 outs. Cruz misses it. Cuss scores, and then the relay throw goes past the catcher. McCarthy's throw is wild, and Barton would score 2-0. And then Derek Barton in the 4th inning, a 2-out RBI hit. So big night for Derek Barton. Watch this defensive play by Kurt Suzuki. Beautiful play. Trevor Cahill had the sinker working as always. Ended up giving up just 1 run in 5 2/3 innings. 1-7-1 for Texas, 3-5-0 for the A's. AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, your world delivered. Bottom of the 7th inning from the Coliseum. Pitcher for the Texas Rangers. Willie Air takes over.
Pitched against the A's down in Arlington. Pitched well as he's making his 14th appearance. A couple of strikeouts against the A's.
Right center hit well. Cruz on the run, and he can't get it. Here goes Patterson. He's going to round second, and he's going to hold there. Cruz got it in quickly, so Eric Patterson with the leadoff double. So a great chance for the A's to add an insurance run here in the 7th.
Fastball right down the middle. Once he got over the head of Cruz, looked like at least maybe 3, but Cruz got to the ball quickly and got it back in.
So Patterson at second, and here's Bobby Crosby. Crosby has grounded out to third twice in the ballgame. Bunted right back to the pitcher, and a nice job by Bobby Crosby. I shouldn't say right back to the pitcher, down the first base line, but Air took care of it. So a sacrifice for Crosby.
Hey, that's a very good bunt considering the location of the pitch. Usually see a guy trying to square around a bunt. It's a pitcher, you want to throw it up and in. Maybe he tries to get out of the way of it, but Bobby stayed there with it up and in and pushed it ball up near his shoulders and head. But an excellent bunt, and the A's have a runner at third base, the infield in. Great angle of the bat considering the height of the pitch.
So Rajay Davis hits it back. pass. Kinsler into right field. Run comes in to score. 4-1 A's. Rajai Davis goes after the first pitch. Kinsler dove for it, could not come up with it. And Rajai Davis is 2 for 4 with an RBI.
Well, great job by Bobby Crosby. Great effort almost to catch the ball in the top of the inning and gets him over. Rajai gets him in with a high fastball and shoots it to right field, and perfect, especially with the infield playing in. What if Ricky's still in the house so he can watch Rajai run? There's Fudge Rodriguez behind the plate.
Take it as a challenge if you're Rajai Davis.
Now batting, right fielder, number 15, Ryan Sweeney.
So Ryan Sweeney steps in. Davis at first. Rajai 40 steals. He's been thrown out 11 times. Air holding the ball a long time and then tosses it over to first. Sweeney is 1 for 3. Singled and scored in the 4th inning. Davis with a good lead. He bluffed going and then stayed at first. Pitches outside.
Want to see what kind of a jump he could get. Also wanted to see what kind of pitch was thrown and how many fastballs maybe Fudge Rodriguez might be calling, and the location was outside on the first one. There are times that Fudge Rodriguez, with his arm, should not be one of them, but times the catcher will call a lot of fastballs with a speedy runner at first. Figured it's the best pitch for him to catch and throw instead of an off-speed pitch.
Inside, 2-0. Michael Wirtz has been throwing in the A's bullpen. He's pretty much ready to go. Base hit right field. Rajai Davis around second. He will motor to third. And Ryan Sweeney has 2 hits.
Well, that's how you do it. If you're the hitter and you're getting nothing but fastballs with the speed at first, and Ryan Sweeney, we've seen him hit a lot of balls to left field, but this time looking fastball got it and found the hole between first and second. Rajai had to let the ball pass him, but no doubt he's going to third.
Does not take Rajai Davis very long to get up to top speed. About 3 steps, maybe less than that.
Definitely does not get discouraged either when he goes 0 for 2 and strikes out the first 2 times tonight. He comes up with a double and RBI single.
Upside to Kurt Suzuki. Double sacrifice, single, single. Run in for the A's, and they have runners at first and third. Fair down the third base line. Davis scores. Here comes Ryan Sweeney. They're going to wave him home. Sweeney will make it without a slide. Kurt Suzuki, a 2-run double. 6-1 Athletics.
'81 driven in. He's got the fastball in, turned on it. Second hit tonight for Zook. Also with a walk, hooked the ball down the line, and Ryan Sweeney. This is not easy for a ball down the left field line to score a runner from first base, but it did as Murphy came up with it, and Suzuki, he will lead the club. Runs batted in, and He'll be the first catcher to do so since 1944 for the A's franchise, anyway.
"35 doubles for Kurt Suzuki, 81 RBIs. Jack Cust walked and scored in the second and then struck out in the fourth, struck out again in the sixth. The A's have scored 3 times here in the 7th inning. Still just 1 out. Cust, that is fair down the right field line. Blaylock dove for it. Could not come up with it. Suzuki scores. Cust with a double. 7-1 Athletics. So Jack Cust gets his 63rd run batted in of the year.
Slider that came right into his wheelhouse. Very quick with the swing and very quickly past the first baseman. Mike Riley making the call. Diving effort by Blaylock.
So the A's have scored 4 runs on 5 hits here in the 7th inning. Of those 5 hits, 3 of them are doubles. So Willie Ayer get knocked around big time here in the 7th. Mark Ellis 0 for 2 with a walk. Swing and a miss.
To note on Kurt Suzuki, that's 76 runs he's batted in as a catcher, 81 overall. Frankie Hayes, 1944, had 78 RBIs as a catcher to lead the Philadelphia A's. That is the last time a catcher in the A's franchise history has led his team in RBIs. So Kurt Suzuki 2 away from tying Frankie Hayes. So he's got a chance with 3 more before the end of the season to have the record. Mark Ellis has a franchise record, most home runs by a second baseman. When you say franchise, you go back a long way. Philadelphia A's, and then of course Kansas City, now Oakland. Great Connie Mack, manager for 50 years for the Philadelphia A's.
Yeah, there's the Oakland franchise records, which of course go back to 1968. Go back over 100 years. Jerry Blevins starts to throw. Wirtz was throwing.
Wirtz with a 2-run lead now. Blevins, as the A's have tacked on 4. They're the championships in Philadelphia, 29-30. Nice that the A's have displayed those championships and up on the right field.
That's a base hit to right field. They're going to wave Cust home. Cruz will throw it to second. RBI single for Ellis. 8-1. '56th RBI for Ellis, and Ron Washington's coming out.
4-seam fastball right over the top, and not a very good inning for Mr. Ayer, and he is going to probably be leading the game as Mark Ellis with a 2-strike opposite field run-scoring single. And how about in this inning? All these hits, and Bobby Crosby with one of the best bunts.
Yep.
And he started it.
And that's the only out Willie Ayer got, was a sacrifice. 5 runs in so far. Well, Willie Air, his ERA took a beating tonight. He's allowed 5 runs in a third of an inning, and he is out of the ball game. Doug Mathis is the new pitcher. 0-1 with a 2.85 ERA for Mathis. And the A's have done major damage here in the 7th inning. 6 hits and 5 runs so far, and only 1 out. Really, the only out that was recorded. Well, the A's basically gave him the out with a sacrifice bunt.
Well, at the time, the A's were looking for their 4th run to give them a 3-run lead. Robbie Crosby laid down the perfect sacrifice, and Rajay Davis got it in, but the A's since then have added 3 more.
So Mark Ellis at first after his RBI single.
Do the little things, and Robbie Crosby did that to plate the 4th run for the A's, and since then, it just kept hitting.
Derek Barton's been hitting tonight. 2 for 3 with a single, a triple, and 2 RBIs. Stays alive. Angels are rallying in the bottom of the 6th. It's now Yankees 5, Angels 3, with just 1 out in the bottom of the 6th, and the Angels have the bases loaded. Remember, the Yankees get in with a win or a Rangers loss tonight. The Yankees will be in the playoffs, and that's going to be a double play. Blaylock grabs it, steps on the bag, side, retired. A 5 spot for the A's in the bottom of the 7th. We head to the 8th, 8-1 Athletics.
Leading off the top of the 8th inning for Texas, number 29, Julio Bourbon.
Well, make sure you visit the A's page on csncalifornia.com to vote in today's poll question. Which A's reliever do you want to see make the team next year? Blevins, Gray, Kilby, Rodriguez, or Malone? Look for the answers in tonight's A's post-game live show coming right after the ball game. Tough bullpen to bust into. For a young pitcher for the A's, a lot of good arms, led by the gentleman on the left, Andrew Bailey. Jerry Blevins takes over.
Like that.
Well, that's what we hope for. Bailey's biggest competition maybe standing in the on-deck circle, Elvis Andrus. Although there's some starting pitchers that are having good years.
Well, the good news for the A's, they're winning games. Bad news for Bailey in trying to save a game was scoring a lot of runs. But the A's will take the wins any way they can get them.
Bailey sitting on 25 saves.
15th appearance for Jerry Blevins. He pitched an inning Saturday, 2 innings Sunday, had yesterday off and last night off, and back again today. Jay Marshall, one of the other lefties in the bullpen. Of course, we've seen Brad Kilby, Renslow, Jay Marshall, a little shoulder soreness, so he is not really available. And Danny Evelyn's now in the rotation, so it's at one time 5 lefties. Now it's basically down to 3. Brett Tomko, I guess, announced today that he is out for the rest of the season because of the nerve damage. Do we ever hear baby boys, twins? Have been Friday, right?
Yeah, I did not hear
The names, because I know there was some. I can't remember the names they were debating about. Brett, if you're watching or listening, give us a call.
Yeah, let us know.
Let us know how things are going.
Number 14, David Murphy.
So 2 outs for David Murphy. Murphy 2 for 3 with a single and a double and an RBI. Takes a strike. So Murphy 3 for 4 last night, 2 for 3 tonight. Good pitch by Blevins right at the knees, 1-2. Angels picked up another run. It's now 5-4. Still batting in the bottom of the 6th. So good game down in Anaheim. The Rockies had an 11-6 lead. It's now 11-10 in the 9th inning. Padres trying to come back. Blevins gets Murphy on the strikeout, so a couple of strikeouts for Jerry Blevins and nothing for the Rangers in the 8th.
Hi fans, I'm in section 122.
Sportsnet California is brought to you by Carl's Jr. The teriyaki $6 burger with grilled pineapple is back at Carl's Jr. Bottom of the 8th inning from the Coliseum. 8-1. The Athletics leading the Texas Rangers. New pitcher is Guillermo Moscoso. Moscoso will face Pennington, Patterson, and Crosby. He's busted it open with 5 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning. Moscoso takes over. Pennington 0 for 3. The A's have 11 hits in the game, 6 of them coming in that 7th inning. Right as we were finishing up the last inning, we mentioned the Rockies score, but the Rockies did win the game 11-10 over the San Diego Padres. Giants still losing their game by a significant margin, so Rockies are close to stretching their wild card lead to 5 games in the National League. Angels came up just a little bit short of tying the game in the 6th inning, so it's the Yankees 5, the Angels 4 in the 7th inning.
Took a great diving play by Alex Rodriguez, robbing Vladimir Guerrero
with the bases loaded. Yeah, heck of a play.
It would have been at least 2-run double, but A-Rod made the play. Brad Ziegler's going to try to close it out for the A's. He's with an 8-1 lead. Trying to finish the game for Trevor Cahill's 10th win. Well, one guy, manager, has to be very happy, regardless of what happens in Anaheim. Joe Girardi. The A's can hang on at least. They'll know that he'll go to the postseason. Last year, he managed the Yankees. And for the first time since 15, 17 years, something like that. They, see, 96 was Derek Jeter's first year.
When they make it this year, it'll be 14 out of 15 years. Yeah. So it was 13 straight,
yeah.
And then last year they did not.
Because for Jeter starting in 96, yeah, postseason every year, and it was the 14th year.
Murphy back and toward the line. He's got it.
And even though the Yankees did not go to postseason last year, this year they still expect to win the World Series.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not just getting to postseason.
Yeah. But you look at the American League, the Yankees are going to get in. Boston's going to get in. Still some question in the Central with Detroit, Minnesota. And the Angels are going to make it. In the National League, Phillies are going to make it. Cardinals are going to make it. The Dodgers are going to make it. And it certainly looks like Colorado is going to make it. (2-0) to Eric Patterson. Of course, you never know what can happen late, but that certainly is the way things are going now. If any of those teams didn't make it, it would be a comeback that people would talk about if any of those teams that I mentioned didn't make it to the postseason. Swing and a miss. So we mentioned Zach Greinke earlier. Greinke got his 15th win. He's looking at the American League. You think he's got a legitimate chance to win the Cy Young? What do you think?
What's CC doing now?
Well, CC's record is 18-7. Greinke is 15-8. But Greinke leads the league in ERA at 2.08. Greinke is second in strikeouts to Verlander. Verlander 16-9.
And I'd say if they don't think a pitcher should be most valuable, and there have been most valuable player pitchers, then what CC Sabathia is doing for New York, got to put him.
I agree.
They got him to do what he's doing, and for him to jump on the big stage and perform the way he has, that's quite a year for him. It's not finished yet.
Patterson has a base hit to right field. Another guy who's in the mix is Felix Hernandez.
Yeah.
Felix Hernandez is 16-5, and he's got the second best ERA in the American League.
Moscoso just threw a 92-mile-an-hour fastball by Eric Patterson. So what does he do? He speeds up his bat and throws him a curveball. So Patterson getting the slower curveball and able to pull it in the hole. Not being held at first base.
12th hit for the A's as Bobby Crosby gets his 4th at bat. A couple of groundouts and a sacrifice. That one goes past Rodriguez. Looked like it should be a pass ball. And that is the ruling.
That's called an 8-1 pass ball.
Yeah. Bobby went around. Another ball loose, and Patterson goes to third.
It's going to be another pass ball. It should. I mean, breaking ball, he just missed it.
So back-to-back pass balls. Don't see that very often.
Well, it's almost like he was crossed up because he started to turn his mitt one way and then turn it another and missed it, and then almost got an error.
It hit Patterson. Watch. Oh, I thought Davis caught it.
I did too.
Wow. That was a direct shot. Two and one is the count. On that last pass ball, umpire said Crosby went around. Breaking pitch, 2-2. Runner at third and one out. Toward third, Davis has it. Patterson stays at third. Crosby is retired. So that's the third time that Crosby has grounded out to third. 2 outs.
Center fielder, number 11, Rajay Davis.
So Rajay Davis will hit.
Sharks going to look pretty good in high definition, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
Just like the A's most of this season, and we hope in the future that all games will be on high definition. Still have many people tell me they are very happy that Comcast Sports State California has so many games in high definition. I like watching the grass grow and just watch it just. Friday in Anaheim, you can see it right there. So let's see, today's Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday, a couple of days. I mean, I would think by now every household would have high definition.
Yeah.
Because somebody has to have been in another person's house and said, that's high def? I don't have it.
I'm missing out.
Gotta get it.
Or if you're a Sharks fan and you don't have it, well, you don't have a lot of time. October 3rd is the first Sharks game here on their new home, Comcast Sportsnet California. Swing and a miss. 1-2 to Rajay Davis. We'll be back with you tomorrow night for game 3 of this series. 7 o'clock. Clayton Mortensen and Tommy Hunter pitching matchup. 6:30 A's pregame live, and then the ball game at 7. Thursday's a day game, radio only. The ball bounces away on the swing and a miss. A run's going to come in to score. Davis will be aboard.
Base hit, pass ball, wild pitch, run.
Huh. So it's 9-1.
Yeah, Rajay went after it. Pudge blocked it, but got down properly, but the ball hit too hard, too far away. Rajay to first, Patterson to score. And that's it.
So 2 pass balls and a wild pitch in the same half inning.
With the future Hall of Fame 13 Gold Glove catcher.
So he's probably a pretty happy camper right now.
Doesn't seem like that last one got him someplace where he wasn't protected.
Two 2-0 to Ryan Sweeney. It was a 3-1 game after 6 innings, but it has gotten sloppy since then. Mostly on the Texas Rangers side. Moscoso a strike to Sweeney. The pitching matchup for Thursday's day game is Brett Anderson and Scott Feldman. That is a good matchup, folks. Anderson, and that one goes to the backstop. We'll see what that one is.
It's a wild pitch. That ball bounced in front of him.
Wild pitch it is.
Pudge has had enough work trying to block balls. He's hoping for the 3rd out and nice warm shower.
Sweeney goes after the high fastball on 3-1, fouls it back. So Brett Anderson will be looking for his 11th win of the year. He's 10-10. Scott Feldman is 17-5. And that will be the final matchup between these two teams this year. Pop up down the left field line. It'll drop foul.
Up to lefties. Dana Evelyn got the win Sunday. New cut fastball for Dana Evelyn. Happy to hear. And he is now throwing the cutter. Seems like a lot of pitchers coming up for the minor leaguers. Minor leagues are incorporating the pitch into the arsenal. It's helped Jerry Blevins. Dana Evelyn helped him Sunday. Definitely helped Mariano Rivera.
Helped him to the Hall of Fame. Sweeney looking for his 3rd hit.
He's counting the pitches. Eighth pitch to Ryan Sweeney in this at bat. He's probably counted all of them.
Hit well to left. Murphy going back, and he's going to make the catch. Side retired. 2 pass balls, 2 wild pitches. The A's get a run. Ziegler coming in. It's 9-1. 1 over the Texas Rangers. Coming up immediately following the game, it'll be A's post-game live.
Number 22, Marlon Byrd.
Pudge Rodriguez probably not too thrilled with what happened in the last half inning. Brad Ziegler comes on. He will face Marlon Byrd, Hank Blaylock, and Ian Kinsler. First pitch is just off the plate. Byrd struck out in the second, walked into fourth. And a fly ball to center field in the sixth that ended up being a double play. Murphy tried to tag up and go from second to third on the fly ball, and he was thrown out. One and two. Byrd chops one, and that will be a bounce foul. Byrd's average 282 on the season. Marcellus grabs it on a line for the first down. The youngster has hung in there. He's going to get a complete game tonight. We've said it many times. He'll be sleeping within 5 minutes.
As soon as he hits the 880. Maybe even longer if he goes 238 and still closed off.
It is all week.
Get it finished. Especially when it starts closing down at 10 o'clock.
I took it last night, though, because I saw the traffic going 880 north, and it looked extremely heavy. So I took the detour off of 880 south and east. So it was bad traffic, like it looked. 3-1 to Hank Blaylock. And Blaylock takes the walk. Ziegler held his follow through just for a little bit. Thought maybe it caught the corner.
Number 5.
Well, Eric Cooper had a pretty big strike zone early in the game, and we were both convinced that it was going to stay that way. I don't think that has happened.
And you figure this would be the time of game that it would continue.
You would think. You would think. Kinsler takes a stride. Kinsler is 0 for 3. A fly ball to right field. A little dribbler down the third base line that Suzuki made a nice play on, threw him out at first, and then popped out to second. And that one line foul. Right now, Kinsler is scratching his head a little bit. He's a good hitter who is in a big time slump. It's amazing. He's got 29 homers. Right now, he probably feels like he's never going to get another hit ever again. Suzuki flips the mask off out in front of home plate, now into foul territory, and he dropped it. So it's going to be an error on Kurt Suzuki.
Always a tough play, and especially that came back, and they like to use two hands, but that's what happened when the ball came back, which it always does. The ball goes up, and they always go back towards the field. The spin of the baseball will force that.
So Kinsler gets another shot, and he hits a line drive. Ziegler has it, throw to first, that's the ball game. So just like that, the game comes to an end on a double play. I got 3 double plays for the A's in the ball game. 4.
2 in the ground, 2 in the air.
That's right.